Man, it's very nice.
Okay,
Yes, we are on live broadcast right now.
okay,
We're on live
okay,
broadcast.
okay. Viewers, I want to appreciate your interest in following through negative news, and as we relate our history ourselves. Our goal in this station is to give you stories about Benin history and all other vital information that people need now by ourselves. A lot of white historians and others have told stories about us, and sometimes the stories are distorted.
Mm.
Our resolve now is to say the stories and know the stories and let people feel it live. Welcome to Nebo TV.
So where are you? Where are you today, Mr. Abusova?
I'm in Iyowa. Iyowa. Iyowa happens to be a village of one of the queen mothers. Queen mothers. You know, in Benin history, we have had 40 obas. And of course, the obas we always have to marry. I tell you that one of our obas had 201 wives, Oba Eweka II. And of course, it may sound strange to you that I was an in-law to that great Oba. Oba,
Oba Eweka the second.
yes.
Oba
My,
Eweka the second was not is the great I mean the grandfather of our current Oba, right?
yes, the great grand, great
No,
grand.
he's the grandfather to our current Oba.
Ka Akenzua, Ediawa, and now Ewa the second.
Mm.
Falling it. Four.
Uh-huh.
Eweka, Akenzua, Ediawa, and now Ewa the second.
Okay, do you mean that Oba Eweka the second had more than 200 wives?
Yes, yes, 201.
Really?
Yes. And of course, for an Oba
Mm.
to mount the throne, he must have at least three wives. And the three wives will be given titles, chieftaincy titles from the women league or wing. And
Mm.
then, and when he becomes an Oba, he decides to marry as much as he can and as he wants. And that is why we have a lot of persons greeting Lamogun. Lamogun means I doff my cap, I am from the Oba's family. And of course, history says the present Oba is the 40th Oba of Benin. So we had about 39 plus himself, 40. So just imagine 40 Obas with the harem so wild and
Mm.
then having enough children. And of course, you know,
Mm.
it will mount up to having more of Benin's greeting La Umogun.
Mm.
La Umogun. That word Umogun has nothing to do with Ogun or whatever. Some persons have it from the shallow knowledge they have about Benin history. That the Umogun there is having something to do with Ogun. I can tell you from the little I know in Benin history that that word Umogun means king, king, Umogun, king. So if I say La Umogun, it means I doff my cap. I am from the king's family. So we now the acronym now goes La Umogun.
Mm.
La uh-huh.
Mm.
And we have about 60 families, or even more, the ones on record, will have their greetings. For me, I am from the Egbede family. Egbede is a village very close to Abudu, and
Mm.
the descendants of that family line spread all around Benin. In fact, they came to Benin and so many other places. We have the Egbede in Isi, the Egbede in somewhere around Okada, the Egbede in Benin, and so many other settlements. So if I say La Uwe, Simply saying, I doff my cap, I am from the Egbede family. So I don't need anybody to tell me to read any other meaning to that. Of course, a lot of our brothers and sisters are reading so many meanings. In a series of episodes that we're going to be pulling out here, we're going to give you some families in Benin, the stories behind the greetings, and where they are from. I understand that the greetings were coined from popular effects, contributions of the family head or lineage to the entire Benin kingdom and the history. And so we just coined, oh, La Okun, La Omosun. Okay, let me go for the Omosun now. Some persons will also read meanings. Well, in this station, we're going to be correcting some of those impressions. Now, the Otsun was a deity in charge of herbs treatment, tradomedical, our leaves. Some of our great fathers, grandfathers had that prowess of using our local herbs to cure diseases. And so they were now known for that work. So if I say Lamosun, it means that I am from that family that was known for being, very good in herbal medicine, preparing solutions to different types of diseases with the local herbs. Of course, the white men were not here then. So how did we live life? Is a long story that will lead to relate to viewers in this station.
My
We will have a
goodness, Mr. Busoma, that is fantastic. My goodness, fantastic. Thank you. Oh,
uh,
yeah, I know that you are full of knowledge. So I think we have to schedule a program, a specific program for this. Okay.
okay,
So, but we
okay,
want to see more of where you are right now, the backgrounds, the name of the village. Can you just recap and tell us more about this village where you are today?
okay. Yes, Iyowa, Iyowa
Mm,
is the name of this village, and of course, development is growing rapidly. It used to be one of the famous families that settled here. In fact, we're told that one of the heir apparent to the Benin throne, the mother came from this village. The two sons of
mm,
Oba the Great,
mm. So, how far
1755.
is this Iyowa from Benin City?
Iyowa Iyowa is about 15, 20, 30 minutes from Benin. Is one of those settlements we find outskirts of the Benin walls.
Mm,
Remember Benin city walls? We
mm,
had the outer. The outer was surrounding the great city. So
mm,
people out here belong to the Donuria,
mm,
Donuria, meaning people at the outskirts. So
mm,
Iyawa was one of those popular villages outskirts of the great Benin walls.
mm.
And of course, a settlement of one of the heir apparent to the throne, Oba Ewa the Great, one of the two sons. And so many other stories about this village. So we can afford to say that one of the queen mothers came from this village. Wonderful village. And as
Mm,
you go down, you go to other settlements like Eboneka, Agabekun, and down straight to Onwa. And then you hit down straight to Akure, Ondo State.
mm,
In fact, road and route had a lot of link to Benin history. Remember the Owo people. Now,
mm,
this route was the popular routes that our warriors, used to go to Owo. Owo, Idoani,
mm,
and all other settlements around here. In fact, they were vassals of the great Benin Kingdom. So it is a growing environment now. People are coming in to settle down, and we have a lot of new structures apart from the old settlement and the relics. So we also have in editions, small stories, and history behind some popular villages in Benin. And of course,
Is
I want to
there
tell you that we
any
had about
is there any historical sites in this village? Any historical sites you
we will
reckon?
have what we need to do is to see the Odion way, and then he will be able to tell us little stories, and then he will also be able to show us where they started from, where they settled first, and then from there all other historical sites can be made known, and then will be allowed to visit them. Of course, we need to go through that route to see the Odion way and get permission, and tell them that
Mm,
Nebo TV to showcase the culture and of course the history behind the settlement. Iyowa.
mm, interesting. Mr.
Yes.
Busoma, Wesi, thank you so much.
Okay.
That's beautiful. Well narrated, and the history is impressive. Wesi, so
That's it.
let me let you go for today and have fun. Say hi to everybody in Iyowa village. Call.
Okay. Well,
Obewa.
man.
All right.
Thank you, viewer, for spending time to be with us.